favorite. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. Wanna run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
From the gun, Tate. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake. Tate. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stay home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tate is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now Brown. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Watch the screen.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Just like that. Just like that. 51, Mike. Mike 51. And what's the delay? 51 for Mike, boy. 51.
Here's 2nd and 8. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end.
From the gun on 3rd down. Tate. And this is caught. It's Cooper. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply that I couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Stepping up, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try and sneak it here. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. And his kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. Right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Now a handoff looking right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Big stop, let's go.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Switch gears, switch gears. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
56. Army. Motion. 56 for Mike. 50.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Tate. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Switch. Check, 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 check. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll look to throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Come on, set. Let's go. Come on. Take the ball. Let's walk. Push him back. No, no, let's go. Set up. 51, man. Go. Hey.
Second and 10. This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you... script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Under 10, under 10, 6, run it, pass, kill, turn,
Back to the air on second down. Tate into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll give it here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Just a 1 yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I got you. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I got you, punk. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Barnett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll drop to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Tate. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, right 52. It's on field. It's on field.
Throwing on first down. Tate. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. The 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 5-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Another try for Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Go. Go. 49. Check 49.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
The Eagles take over
That's
first
it,
and
baby.
10
We're going to work.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check pass.
To throw again. Tate. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun. Tate. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Operating from the gun, Tate. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here, you've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Throwing again, Tate. It's caught, Cooper. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And
because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tate, catch made here by Campbell. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Tate. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. It's out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Right there, 56. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go, let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
At the 16-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, come on. You ain't going nowhere.
To throw on second down, Tate. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Brown. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come.
Following the fumble recovery, Tate, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.